Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome to another video. Today we're making cinnamon rolls. And this is the third time I have tried this video. And it's been hard, and I'm so stubborn. So yeah, I'll tell you why all my cinnamon rolls failed the last time. Because, I love using oat flour, coconut flour, and I'm not really fan of like all-purpose flour or whole wet flours. So, but if we're making bread, if you want the best quality bread, we need to use wet flour or all-purpose flour. In this case, wet flour is much better. It's more macro-friendly. Still don't like it, but this is my last research. I need to do it. I want to make nice cinnamon rolls for you and the best recipes. So this time I have changed from the filling to the dough, everything. Okay, anyways, I might leave you some pictures here of my previous cinnamon rolls because they were very tasty, but it wasn't the best texture. It was more like cookie texture or like cake texture. The first one was a cookie texture, and the second one was cake texture. It tastes good, but it wasn't really cinnamon rolls. This time it's gonna be proper cinnamon rolls, high protein. The macro friendlies are amazing. Because I'm still using oat flour, by the way. But it's fine. Let's stop talking and we gotta start cooking.
Alright, so we start with the dough. We're gonna add 200 grams of wholemeal bread flour. Okay, then we're gonna add 200 grams of oat flour. Okay, we're gonna mix this together. Then we are gonna add 30 grams of protein powder. Like 2 tablespoons cinnamon. Okay, cinnamon is very important for this recipe, of course. 20 grams of stevia to the dough, and then a pinch of salt. Okay, this is gonna be the dry ingredients for the dough. Now we're going to do the wet ingredients. We're gonna need 160 milliliters of any milk. I use almond milk and vanilla milk. They're low calorie and they taste very nice. Okay, and also I forgot to record this, is 7 grams of cheese. Okay, and the milk needs to be not very hot, but needs to be around 70 degrees, okay, warm. And then we let it rest. You're gonna see bubbles, and then it'll be ready in 10 minutes. When it's ready, you're gonna add the wet ingredients, dry ingredients. We add an egg, and then we start mixing gently. Just mix the dough. Okay, then if you feel the dough still a little bit dry, you can add a little bit of flour. Okay, make sure you don't add too much. You don't want your dough to be hard, otherwise you can't go back. You can make it you can add more flour, but you can't make it wet again. Okay, so careful. You're gonna have this texture, okay? Then you're gonna cover it with a tea towel, okay, on top, and you let it rest for around 30 minutes. You're gonna see the dough is gonna grow. When it grows, it's ready, okay? Now it's time to make the filling. I made the filling with 250 grams of prunes, 150 milliliters of egg whites. I add the seasoning, right, which is cinnamon. I use sugar-free syrup, but you can use stevia if you want. Okay, it's up to you. Now you blend all this together. It's alright if you leave some chunky prunes, okay? You can leave some and give more texture to your mix, and it looks pretty. Okay, so you're gonna have something like this. So we're gonna add 45 grams of protein powder. We start mixing gentle. I add the protein powder at the end because I feel like, I don't know, you're wasting a little bit of protein powder on the blend mix, but you can mix it all together if you want. Okay, you need to pay attention on this part, alright? It's very important because I find out that this technique is amazing, right? So you put baking paper underneath so that you prevent the dough to stick on your table. So what you do is a little bit of origami, right? So you go baking paper on the bottom and on the top, and then you start stretching your dough, okay? In case you get to this point that you're stretching your dough and it's too wet, you can add a little bit of flour, alright? And then so you can stretch it even more, alright? So we have more volume. Now it's time to add the filling, okay? You can spread the filling everywhere here. So once that's a stretch, you spread all the filling. Try to do it equally, okay? You don't want too much filling on one side of your roll, okay? Now this technique is very important as well. So you start rolling, okay, your dough. Okay, one side, you can go in the middle, on the corners first. Okay, the first steps are very important, so it needs to be roll very tight. Also, the edge are very important. As you roll, you need to bend the edges as well, okay, so that your roll is equal. Here you can use a lot of things. I use a scissor, I think is the best. Some people use like sealant thread, I think that's how you call it. You can use a knife as well, but make sure your knife is wet, otherwise, it will stick, and then you don't want that. It will be a mess. Trust me. So you should get around 12 pieces. Okay, now it's pretty easy, straightforward. Your cinnamon rolls must be upright. Okay, in this position, you cover them, you let it rest for around 20 minutes. You see they'll grow. And now they go straight to the oven, okay? Straight to the oven for 20 minutes. Now this is a result of this tasty cinnamon rolls. You need to try them, high in protein, and they're super delicious. Also, I forgot to show you the frosting, and actually I took a picture. I will leave you a picture here. I just forgot to record it. A lot of video parts got deleted, I don't know how, but alright. So the frosting I'll do it with fat-free yogurt. You can add cream cheese if you like, okay, 100 grams, but you could do it with just cream cheese. It's very tasty, but it's a lot more calories, so it's up to you. So I use this vanilla milk. It's very tasty as well. A little bit of stevia. If you think that it's too wet, you can add a little bit of xanthan gum, okay, to give that more texture. And there we go, you got your frosting. All sugar-free. Cinnamon roll, sugar-free, high in protein. What else you want in life?